The holiday season is approaching, which means it's time for gift giving. And while this can be a very fun time for a lot of people, for us crocheters, knitters, fiber artists, or crafters of any kind, it can be a little bit stressful. We often feel this pressure to provide all of our loved ones with beautiful handmade gifts, but thinking about what to make for everyone can be a lot. Now, for your convenience, I've compiled a list of 10 different gift ideas. Each one comes with multiple examples with linked patterns or tutorials. Every single picture or pattern that I show in this video is recorded in the Canva document linked in the description, and almost every one comes along with a free pattern or tutorial. There's a couple that do have paid patterns on Etsy, but in general, almost every single one has a free pattern or tutorial linked to it. Now, before we get into this video, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Eli, and I'm the owner behind Crochet Made by Eli. I post weekly videos here on YouTube, but I'm a lot more active on my other platforms like Instagram and TikTok. So if you want to see a little bit more of the behind the scenes type things or just be a bit more involved in my channel, make sure you check me out there. You can find me at Crochet Made by Eli on all platforms. Now, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to hit that notification button so you never miss an upload. Now, let's get into our gift ideas. The first gift idea I have is pot holders or hot pads. I actually made a couple of these myself last year, which I gifted to my Nana, and she absolutely loved them. I made the candy cane design by Daisy Farm Crafts, and it was a great pattern. They work up very quick and they are very sturdy because they're made with 2 layers of cotton yarn. These ones are super easy because it's basically just a tapestry, and you don't have to do the tapestry design on both sides. You can do a cute design on the front and a solid color on the back. Daisy Farm Crafts does have a few different designs available. I'm thinking of making the Christmas tree ones for my Nana this year, as I think it would be a fun gift to add to her collection. You can go a little bit fancier with this peppermint design, or even fancier with this pie design. This pie one, I am a little concerned about the functionality of it because I don't know how thick it would be and what kind of things you can set on it. But honestly, even just as a display piece, I think it would be beautiful. The next idea I've got up here is ornaments for a Christmas tree, of course. This first one is by my friend Jasmine at Bonfire Crafts, and I actually had the pleasure of testing this design for her last year. It is the Granny Stitch Christmas Bauble pattern. I made some nice ones in red, green, and white, but there are so many beautiful options that you can make with this. But these ones are a really cute way to incorporate the Granny Stitch into Christmas ornaments. Another option is these little gingerbread men, which have a little holder for a candy cane. So you could do this as a gift to someone with a little treat attached. Another option I saw was this adorable Harry Potter themed Weasley sweaters. So if you guys are Harry Potter fans, you'll know the Weasley sweater that their mom always makes. This is a great idea if you have a big family. So you could do individual sweaters for each sibling or each relative and embroider their initial on the front of it. This one's fun because you could use the Harry Potter house colors like they do in the example, or you could just make it personalized and use their favorite color, and you don't even have to embroider just their initial. You can embroider their name, whatever you want on it. And this last one I saw for ornaments is this little mouse, which I thought was too cute not to share. Again, there are so many options for ornaments because, like the mouse, you could just make a mini amigurumi piece, add a little string to it, and you've got an ornament. Next up, we've got actual Christmas trees for decoration, not to be confused with decorations for Christmas trees. This first one is a common one I've seen where you basically just take a cone and then you make a green spiral, kind of similar to how you would make a rose, and you just wrap it around the tree to make all these different layers. This one I definitely want to try out. My Nana has actually requested one from me, so I haven't tried any of these patterns yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know if I do. So that's the first option. I've also seen a lot of these bauble type trees. So this one is a little bit closer to like a plushie, but it looks like it's made out of acrylic or cotton yarn. These ones again would be great Christmas decorations, especially if you've got someone who likes to decorate for the holidays, or if you are yourself. You can always make these for yourself. I saw this other option, which is like a little basket, so I thought that was cute. It could be something for your front door, for your room, wherever you'll use it for. The last Christmas tree decoration I saw was these plushie options. This one is a paid pattern. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any free patterns, but if you are an experienced crocheter, it'd be pretty simple to freehand this. Otherwise, there's a lot of affordable patterns for these available on Etsy, but I saw this really cute one which had 2 options for the ornaments and for some like snow around the edge of the tree. Super cute. The next gift idea I have is beanies, and these you can make in so many different ways. I took a quick scroll through Pinterest and found so many different beautiful patterns. It was really hard to pick which ones to show in this video, but there's so many different options of textures, of color combinations, different stitches that you can use to make these unique and beautiful. My go-to when it comes to beanies is the Scott Beanie pattern by Zine Crochets. This one is a paid pattern available on her Etsy, but she also has a YouTube video that shows the process of it. It's not a full beginner-friendly tutorial, but if you know the basics of crochet, you can follow along with her. This one I love because of the closure at the top. It is a full seamless closure. You have none of the extra bulk at the top like a lot of patterns have, but it's also very simple to make. I've made these in so many different colors. I bring them to my markets. I wear some of them myself. I love making these in different colors, like doing stripes or adding pom-poms. It's just fun ways to make them unique, but still using a very beginner friendly simple pattern. If you don't feel like making an entire beanie, you can also do this little joke gift, which is making a mini beanie to cover the gear shift in a car. Last year I did this for a couple of my siblings. I made them beanies and then made them matching mini beanies for their car. I don't think they actually used them, but it was a really funny gift. And like I said, there are so many different beanie pattern options, different stitches, different textures, colors, shapes, sizes, whatever. I've included a few different tutorials and patterns for them, but if you don't see one you like in these examples, there are hundreds out there. You just got to take a quick look on Pinterest or YouTube. Another option I've been looking at this year is Kindle or book sleeves. And again, like beanies, there are so many options for these ones. This one was a little bit trickier to find patterns for, though. I found that most of the Pinterest pictures that I found were linked to Etsy's, and not even Etsy's for the pattern, but Etsy listings for a finished product. So there are a couple simple ways to make these, like the granny square one. You basically just make a square, and then there's a couple different ways you could fold it. Again, a lot of different YouTube tutorials, and I have linked one in there, of course. But you can make this very simply using a granny square. You can have a little bit more fun with it, making this checkered print one or this rainbow one using this really cute puff stitch. Personally, my favorite one that I've seen out of all these options is this tulip one. So this one is so cute. I'm thinking of making it for my sister-in-law. I just love the light pink and the light green and just the little flower details. So pretty. But this is another great option that can be personalized and doesn't take too much time. Gift idea number 6 kind of goes along with number 5, but it is making a mini pouch or case for things like earbuds, AirPods, chapsticks, or just whatever little tiny things you want to keep around. Now, the easiest way to make a case or a mini pouch would be using a granny square. You make 2 granny squares, attach them, and make a little strap for it. There's tons of tutorials for these on YouTube if you're not familiar with granny squares or how to connect them, but that would be a very, very easy and beginner friendly way to make one. I also saved this cute boho flower one, so that one's kind of like a step up from a granny square. Similar idea, but definitely a lot more unique and a little bit more intricate. Now, you don't have to stick with a square shape. You can go with a round one like this kiwi one, which I thought was adorable. This one could be a fun gift for a friend group if you made everyone a different fruit. Just a fun little idea, but I thought this kiwi was adorable. The last one I saw was this fish drawstring bag, which is a little different than the other options. But again, if you're looking for a unique gift, this one's super cute. Gift idea number 7 is one that I will be making for multiple family members, and it is this viral glasses case. If you guys are on Pinterest or honestly just on social media, you've likely seen this around. I think the most popular one was the bear-shaped one, but as you guys can see, there are so many different options that you can make. I saved examples for bears, chickens, frogs, and a whole bunch of different animals. Most of these are free tutorials up on YouTube, and they all follow the same design of the same shape, just small changes to make them different animals. I plan on making at least one for my mom and my sister-in-law because they both wear glasses, but I might end up making one for my Nana as well. We'll see. But this is a really cute option, especially if you've got family members who lose their glasses all the time, like mine do. Honestly, I lose my glasses myself. This is something I might need to make for myself as well. I love this option because it is a very unique gift, but it also doesn't take very long to make. Number 8 would be to make a pair of socks or slippers. Now, these ones, depending on the pattern you use and your yarn, might be a bit of a longer project, especially if you're using a thin yarn and making a boot and not just a little pair of socks. but there are a lot of different options for these, of course. My favorite one I've seen is these spiral socks, which, again, if you are a fiber artist, you've probably come across these already. I did link one of the patterns I found for them, but this is one that I've saved and been wanting to try for a long time. When it comes to socks, I just think these are really cute. The slouchy leg and the spiral design, very unique, and I'd really love to try these sometime. With socks, there are lots of options to make them. Typically, you'd want to use a very thin yarn if you're making just a sock and not a slipper. But if we're looking at something that's not going to take much time, you might want to do one of these booty slipper options, which uses a thicker yarn like Bernat Blanket, which means it'll work up a lot faster. If you've got some time and want to do a more intricate piece, you could do these fireside crochet slipper boots. These ones have a really cute design on the side of it and they look like a real pair of boots. I personally have not crocheted any socks or slippers, but if you guys have seen some of my other videos, you may know I've been attempting to learn to knit socks this year with the goal that I would be able to knit socks as gifts for some family members. Now, while I did learn how to knit socks and I'm currently on my second sock, I did not make socks for any gifts and I do not have enough time. So I'm thinking I might end up making these slipper booties using a very thick yarn because that's not going to take very long and they'll be really cute and cozy. And like all the other ideas, of course, you can use different colors to customize them to your liking. Gift idea number 9 is a car hanger. Now, if you're a crocheter or fiber artist, you've likely seen the pumpkin and ghost car hanger, but that is not the only option for car hangers. There are tons of ideas. I did find this cute Christmas tree one if you're looking for a very holiday themed one. I've seen tons of these different hanging plant ones as well. So if you've got someone in your life who is a plant mom or loves to have plants, having a little crochet plant in their car would be really cute. Or if you know someone who's always wanted to have plants but somehow always ends up killing them, maybe a fake plant would be better for them. Another cute car hanger I saw was this Spidey one. So it's Spidey hanging upside down, which is adorable. And I also saw these cherry ones, which is a free YouTube tutorial. So again, lots of different options for these. Personally, I've made some mini possum car hangers before as a special request from my brother. And I think honestly, you can make so many options with these. Any mini amigurumi piece really can be made into a car hanger. And there are so many different free patterns and tutorials on YouTube for these. The final gift option is a more kid-centered one, but it is making a game. I've seen two main options for these, which is making tic-tac-toe, where you have a little pouch and all the pieces are inside, or doing these memory games. With the memory games, I did see a lot more options on different designs. The turtle one is probably the most popular I've seen, and I have found a few different patterns for turtles. I also saw this cute fish one and this Christmas tree one. So again, lots of different options. This is great if you have a little kid in your life who loves memory games. If they have any sort of special interest or big hobby, you can make it match that theme, making it like turtles, underwater creatures, whatever. But this one has definitely been on my list for a while to make for one of my siblings. Now, that is all 10 gift ideas that I have found for this holiday season. Like I mentioned, every single picture shown in this video is recorded on that Canva document with patterns attached to it. Most of them are free tutorials or free patterns. A couple of them are paid patterns, so you will have to forgive me for that. But they're all recorded on that Canva document linked in the description below. Personally, I have not started making any of my Christmas gifts yet, and I really need to get on that. But making this list definitely helped give me some clear ideas of what I want to make. Because honestly, I think the hardest part is just deciding what to make and not actually making it. If you are a crocheter, a knitter, fiber artist, or crafter of any kind, let me know in the comments if you've started on your holiday gifts yet. And if you have, let me know what you guys are making because honestly, I could still use a few more ideas. Now, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. I post videos every week, but if you want to be a little more involved, feel free to check me out on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helps you with some ideas on what to make for your friends and family, and hopefully I will see you guys next week. Bye!